Hello, my name's Gabriel Haffner. I'm going to be talking about traveling.
Alright, Gabe. What is your favorite place so far?
I think my favorite vacation so far was to Costa Rica. I really liked the atmosphere and just the trip was really fun. We went and stayed in tents out on the beach between like the ocean and the jungle. So a really nice location.
That's nice. Do you have places that you haven't been to, but like it's like a bucket list for you that you want to go to?
I have a ton of places I want to travel to. I'd like to go to Thailand because they have amazing culture, nature, and awesome parties. They have the Moon Festival every month, which is a giant party on the beach. I'd like to go to Egypt to see the pyramids. I'd like to explore a lot of the Middle East. I've been to Israel, but I haven't been anywhere else because of obviously the conflicts that are going on there.
True. Okay, how about this? Do you prefer to travel solo or with someone else?
They both have their merits. Traveling with someone else is really nice. You always have a companion. Traveling by yourself has the convenience of you get to make all the decisions. So you get to plan out your days. Whereas when you're traveling with someone, you have to compromise. You have to be like, so today we're going to do this, and then tomorrow we'll go do your thing. So I think those are the biggest differences for me.
Okay, when you go to new places, do you like to stay for a long time or you just like to be there for a little
I
bit?
think to truly get to know any one place, you want to be there at least 2 weeks. But usually that's not like the time frame I have. Usually I'm there for a week. Or this summer I was traveling and we went through 12 different countries. So the longest country I was in Israel, where I was there for 10 days. And every other country I was there for maybe 3 or 4 days before I had to move on. So that's kind of like you go and see the major sites, you eat all the good food you can, and then you leave.
That's great. Have you faced any challenges?
I've been traveling since I was 5, so I feel like I've hit most of the challenges and kind of overcome them. As far as traveling challenges, not too bad. When you're traveling in certain countries, the color of your skin does matter. Despite what people will say, I've had times where I've had people go over my passport 3 or 4 times and hold me up for 20 minutes, trying to make sure that I'm not an immigrant and I don't have a fake passport, because that is a problem in some countries.
Okay, when going to somewhere new, do you like create a schedule to visit the places that you are going to, or you just like go with the flow?
Depends a lot on who I'm traveling with. Like, if I travel with my parents, there's always a schedule before we even leave the U.S. We already know, like, kind of what we're going to be doing day by day. If I'm traveling by myself, or I like to travel with my brother, we'll usually plan it, a general plan, like we're going to be here for 3 or 4 days, and then 2 or 3 days before we get to that country, we'll go and look at what we want to do in that country and what our priorities are, and then we'll make the plan like the day before we get to the country. Because if you do that, it gives you a lot more flexibility. You can add an extra day in one city and take away from another if you're really interested.
That's nice. How about this? Maybe now or when you grow up, would you prefer to live in one of the places that you visited?
I actually would like to live in a bunch of different places. I haven't decided where I'd like to settle down yet, but I've visited the UK and I have a bunch of friends there, and I'd like to live there for a year or 2. I did a semester abroad in Tokyo, and I want to go back at some point and live there for a full year.
Do you keep in touch with the friends that you make out of the States, basically?
Yeah, I'm pretty good about it. Like, obviously, when you travel a lot, you meet a lot of people. It's hard to keep in touch with all of them. But I kept in touch with a decent amount over the years. I did my semester abroad my sophomore year of college, so about 1.5 years ago. And then this last summer, when I did my trip through the countries, I visited friends in the Netherlands, in Belgium, in France, and in the UK. And all of those people I had known from private trips.
One last question before we end this. Would you give any travel tips to the people that are watching this, and travel destinations?
Travel tips, I think the biggest one is packing. Like, I've seen people pack like suitcase as tall as them for a 2-week trip when you don't need that much stuff. You're not even gonna wear that many pieces of clothing that time. So I say always go minimalistic when you're trying to travel. Pack what you need, not what you want, because you'll get there and then you'll realize that you have to lug it from hotel to hotel or wherever you're going, and it's just gonna be a pain in the ass. As what was the second question again?
Travel destinations.
Oh, travel destinations. I like to go anywhere. I think you should base your destination on what you're interested in. Like, I'm very interested in East Asian culture. I think that it's beautiful. I like the shrines, and I like Buddhism, and am fascinated with like Shintoism and how they interact with each other. So I really liked Japan and China when I traveled there, and I want to go back to see South Korea and a few other countries. If you're interested in medieval culture, like castles and stuff, obviously Europe. So I think it's just based off your preferences. Oh, and if you want jungles, obviously you want to go south of the equator and you'll find the nicest jungles. Is how it works, basically.
That's nice. That's good to know. Well, thank you so much, and it was nice having you today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
This is you ending fire, and we shall all burn together. Watch the flames climb high.